You're listening to Off the Stage with your hosts, James Berry and Conor Michael, where we take musicians off the stage and into the pub to talk about the ins and outs of the music world.
Hello and welcome back to Off the Stage. With me, James Berry and Conor Michael. We are back once again, as always, in the ship ISIS upstairs in the Vaux room. We've got a wonderful guest with us today. I'm sure you can see him. We will introduce him in due time. Let's get on with the show. That was a little bit better.
Yeah,
See, every single time I'm trying to kind of like just so let's get on with the show. Dun, 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 dun.
Sounds
Like,
exciting.
so it was nearly there. It's nearly there.
Nearly, yeah.
So we're getting better.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have Robert with us on today's
Good afternoon.
podcast.
Is it afternoon or morning?
It's in afternoon. Oh no,
It'll be released in the morning though.
It'll be in the morning.
Yeah, so
Alright.
Yeah.
depends on when you listen to it,
Yeah.
really, because that's the.
So welcome.
Morning, afternoon, good evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rest
Good
of
day.
the world.
Everything.
Yeah. First question: what are you drinking?
I've got the most American beer in the world. It is Budweiser King of Beers.
Well, hey.
It is gorgeously shite.
Yes.
What about yourself, James? I feel like you're going to get sponsored with these guys.
You know, I think I should ask for an endorsement because I do this all the time. But I'm drinking once again Fruity, which is a cherry beer, and it's the nicest thing in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
It only I'm sure it's served in many other places, but get yourself down to the ISIS pub in Sunderland and get yourself a nice pint of this.
Fly around there.
What about yourself? What
I'm
have you got?
so happy about this one.
Oh, go on then.
Do you remember episode 1, 2, 3, 4? And I was like, I'm not drinking because I'm waiting for stag do.
And they've brought it back, haven't they?
And I was like, I'm not going to have this milk stout. Fly on it. I know, right? This is fantastic. And I found it.
I've heard about this before. The milk stout was like.
It's lovely.
Is it?
Yeah. First couple of episodes, I was just drinking water. Well, you're not a stout drinker.
It's like that's like coffee. That. It's like
It's
It's just like coffee.
I don't like coffee, but I can't taste the coffee in that.
you can't taste it.
I just take the stout and the milk. It's good.
It's, to be fair, like stout as a fizz similar.
It's episode 12, isn't it?
This is episode
I've
12.
waited 12 episodes for this pint. Finally got there.
3
Full
months,
circle.
yeah.
Come on.
3 months. God.
Yes. But
Sorry, I was going to say something there, but I was in the middle of drinking and actually saying something.
we've got a little challenge for yourself there, James. Because I finally pulled my finger out and did a little bit of like admin work this morning. Don't you see my Instagrams and stuff? I went through the streams. Who do you reckon our top streamers are? The top 5
Top 5.
currently, as it stands, including YouTube and Spotify, etc., all combined.
In terms of just like what episode?
Yeah, who do you think's had the best streams? Who's our top 5?
So I think, and I only think this because I looked at it the other day, Jack Milkweast.
He's flying high. 88 streams in total. You know?
Yeah, so well done, Jack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very popular. I'd like to say Mantra.
Don't make the top 5.
Did they not make the top 5? Oh,
They're sixth,
sorry
if that
guys.
helps, you know.
Sixth, it's
So
nearly.
they flew up the charts, but
Well, the other one would be, is it Josh? Is Josh in
Josh
there?
is sitting 4th
Josh Hennigan
by a point.
by a point.
Oh.
And then we've got Keddy as well.
3rd.
See, 3rd. So I need second then,
and
don't
5th.
I? Oh God. Jude.
Oh, sitting 7th.
Jude's
Jude, you need to
seventh.
get
I
this
know,
stream
get
up,
it
lad.
Get it up, I know. Who else have we had? We've... Oh, God. I'd like to say India, but... She hasn't... Hers.
No, she shared it a lot, but the streams didn't pick up. She's 10th
10th.
out of 11
Oh.
episodes so far.
What was the
It's a
first
shame.
episode?
Huh?
What was the first one? Was that one?
Oh, the first.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
Scott
the one.
is
Scott.
second.
Sorry, Scott.
74
Yeah.
streams on Scott.
Yeah, there we go.
Got 88 on Jack, 74 on Scott, 68 on Keddy, 61 on Josh, and 5th place has 60.
So which is the 5th place? God, you know what? It's like we've done two. Yuma.
Yuma sits 5th.
There we go.
And then
There
it
we
goes
go.
Mantra,
I know my
Jude,
episodes.
2nd and nothing, us, India, and then obviously Brett and Ben sitting at the lowest, but they came out, well, the episode came out about 14 hours ago.
Yeah, so you know,
there's a bit of time
we'll
to work
let
on
them
that.
off. We'll let them off.
Yeah, I went through that and I was just interested, but we're averaging around about 40, 50 listeners per episode.
It's all right. I mean, that's
Doing really good. So if you are listening, please leave reviews, comment, interact as much as you can. Spotify, you can put 5-star reviews on. We haven't had enough to have an average rating. We're just 5-star review, so mint.
Yeah, that's cool.
So maybe don't respond, but the more you put in, the more algorithm it boosts for us.
I forget that people actually listen to us. To be fair, I know you listen,
I listen
quite
every day.
quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's on the way to work. I listen to you and listen to your tracks. I'm thinking he's really annoying.
yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, the kids occupied. I put like an hour track on. I just drive along and listen to his podcast. And I'm thinking, well, James is really annoying. He's just talking about nonsense. I just want to hear the music. So it's so good to watch anyway. And
Got to
listen to
power
it.
through the first hour.
That's
I
fine.
always
then.
do.
Originally, it was just like a 20-minute podcast, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be a 20-minute
And I've
podcast.
gone like an hour and 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
I think the other ones make it better. I think it's like more into it. You get to know the musicians more. You get to hear more. Like you get on fit.
We have 10 minutes worth of questions, but the rest just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
That does so it works like.
It's just easy.
The one thing I was wanting to do with the podcasts is obviously we'll talk about the beer and then we'd specifically ask about the guest because like I feel like a lot of the time we're kind of like as a proper introduction.
So who are you?
Me? I don't know.
So let me tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh God, I am a guitarist, lead singer and guitarist of the punk band Spitfire Bullets.
Cool.
That's all I know. I'm a van driver for work. Basically,
that's all we need.
that's all we need. No.
How many's in the band? Is it a 4-piece?
It's a 3-piece actually.
3-piece.
Yeah, it's myself, bass player, drummer.
I love 3-piece bands.
It works better.
Yeah.
There's less people to work with.
did
So
that on Friday.
That's it.
Yeah. We did a 3-piece on
Yeah,
Fantastic,
Friday.
actually.
It's easy to work, I think, because you've got like 3 people, you can just work together easy. 4 or 5 is like getting more and more, and you've got to like teach them other stuff, and it gets more annoying.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I agree. I think with 3 pieces you can. I mean, I reckon 3 pieces you can have a lot more energy about yourself because there's less pressure to kind of do all these fancy things. You've just got to like.
There's more room as well. If you've got
Yeah.
you've got the bass player like just doing rhythm. You've got loads of space on the guitar to do whatever you want.
Yeah,
know,
you're not competing with another guitar
Oh
player
no,
either. It's
no,
like,
not really. I mean, a long time ago, going back to 2010, I was actually in a band that was a 6-piece band with 2 singers.
Jesus,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, that was our first band called Prying Eyes. We were on YouTube. Our first gig was really good. It was a terrible gig. It was in the Borough. We had 2 singers, and we were on this
never
like tiny stage about the width of this table.
Yeah,
So
I remember the Boa.
Yeah, the tiny little
Yeah.
stage. Yeah, I was like on one side, bass player was like in the corner next to the drummer, and had the
You
singers
almost
like
had to be
on the
like
floor.
that with a bit like with the guitar, didn't you?
I had the amplifier like here, and I was like on the edge
Yeah.
here. I was like, this is cramped as hell. But we got through the gig, like, but then we like kind of split our ways and just started reforming as like a 3-piece. Then became from Prying Eyes to Spitfire Bullets in 2012, I think it was. Just
really that long ago.
yeah.
God, honestly, I feel like a lot of the time I feel old like doing this podcast. Not because I kind of I realise how when I started like how different the music industry is now.
Yeah.
How because I'm sure Yellowstone started about the similar time to that, and we're getting all these like younguns on as well, like the Josh and stuff who was like 18 years old,
Yeah.
and I'm like. I'm actually saying like, oh, back in my day it wasn't like that,
I'm the same, like, you know,
The first time I'm starting to say that, I'm thinking, oh god.
'Cause I remember like when I started out, there was like a huge metalcore scene. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember one band was I forgot the name, but I know they rehearsed at the bunker all the time, and they were like the band from up here, and everyone was going to see them. It was like a big metal scene. We had one called the Catharsis. I remember the drummer was called Darren in the band. He's not a drummer now. I know he's like does something else now, but I remember it was like just all these metal bands kicking about. But we kind of like sort of like slid our way through the scene like as a little terrible band, and then became like rock band to be a punk band.
Yeah.
And then the scene just like dived and shot back up again. It was really weird.
Yeah, does it? There's
Yeah.
peaks and troughs. I think punk's coming back a little bit now, though.
It's kicking back in, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the punk scene is bigger now.
So how old do you have to be a punk band and then switch from punk to rockabilly? That's because every old punk always turns to rockabilly in the end.
Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I'm into rockabilly as well,
Yeah,
so that's the thing.
So in your coming in 30s,
I mean, I think it's like when you hit your 30s, 35, it's just like,
I
yeah,
know.
rockabilly, that's it.
Rockabilly,
you know.
that's the one.
Something like that, you know. I'm still a punk. I'm actually a metalhead punk. I don't know. I'm going through some sort of phase now at the minute.
Yeah, that's good. I'm liking
Yeah.
the t-shirt, to be fair. Like
Slayer. Yeah. That's because a friend of mine dragged me along to see Slayer in 2019.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I wasn't there. My mate went. And he said it. I was just really loud.
It was. my friend, he's a friend of mine. He works in a studio where we used to run Bakerland. He's called Chris Baker.
Oh.
He texted me and said, I've got a ticket to see Slayer. Do you want to come see him? I thought, might as well. So I went there and I was just like, holy shit, this is amazing. It's just loud, fire. Everything was just absolutely terrifying. And I thought, I like this band.
Yeah.
And I became converted into a Slayer fan.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so ever since then, I've just been buying Slayer CDs and t-shirts and become satanic and all that.
Hail Satan.
That was it, really.
But if for those wondering, if those listening on Spotify and listening in general, we're not actually closer to the road. We've got the windows open, which is why you can hear all the. You usually hear the odd
siren.
odd siren.
Yeah, I'm expecting one at some point.
Always is.
But the windows are open, so you can hear every single bit of traffic.
Yeah,
So hopefully that doesn't put people off.
it is getting warm outside. I know that.
It is.
so
I'm quite glad of it. To be fair, like
to be fair, that notices for people on YouTube as well because they can't see the windows.
they cannot see the windows.
they're behind you.
Just
They're
got the
just
panel,
over
the
there.
windows are
Yeah.
that way. Yeah.
Yeah,
For those on Spotify, I'm pointing behind the camera.
Yeah.
and they're on Spotify. They can't see things. So
So
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll just show them.
Go on, show them the room, Bez.
So this is the room.
If you're on Spotify, you're missing out. But YouTube,
Window.
James is now
that's a window.
swinging around.
That's the stage.
Amazing.
You know, I've just done a TikTok to advertise that. And back around,
We're back
360.
again.
There we go. Look at that.
You're back on.
And we're back.
So when we're getting you on, we always get like an Instagram poll. Obviously, you've seen that, you shared it yourself.
I shared it all the time today.
Yeah,
So
we got a what about Eddie says, what about Eddie loves you? Just
That's
a
it?
comment. That was it.
God,
Just
what about
spread the
Eddie?
love.
we gig in 2017, I think, with the Mourners
Yeah.
in Newcastle. They were quite good. Like, I mean, my memory's short, but I think we was doing an acoustic set or was a band together, but they were quite good. I
Yeah.
remember. Memory's short, but I do remember being there.
Is he good?
He is good.
Taking your word for it
I'm
because he
trying to
wants to come on
remember.
the podcast as well. So we'll sort a date
nice.
out.
That'd be cool to get him on.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like,
Cool.
Mint. We'll
I
sort
like it
that
when
out.
people ask to come on because I'm like, yeah, we feel
We're
like
doing
we feel
something
like
right.
We're doing something right.
Right direction.
I was gonna ask you to come on, but I was just like, I'll ask him in a second, and then you dropped this message. I thought, nah, I might as well just do it.
Well, I thought because I know you've been like sharing and liking and listening. I kind of
Yeah.
always anyone who wants to take part and stuff like that, I like to have them really take part. And
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
I've known you being a musician for a while, so you automatically
I'm up for it.
qualify.
Yeah.
I got another one. Was underscore Matty Ramon.
Oh, I know who he is.
All right. Well, he asked, "What's it like having a full-size guitar, adorning your hobbit-like stature?"
Right, for one thing, Matty, you're a twat. It's really hard, you know, being really tiny, having a huge guitar.
I know. I'm the opposite.
You just like
He's got a tiny guitar
Yeah.
and he's really big.
So
6'3", and I've got like a really small.
It's strange. to
Get
me.
us both on the stage.
Yes.
It's strange because I play an SJ guitar
Yeah.
and I only played because I was in AC/DC and Angus Young. I didn't realize Angus Young's actually tiny, and the guitar on him was massive.
Yeah.
So I bought the SJ because I thought, oh, it's a small guy's guitar to do. And it's kind of big on me as well, but like I can play it.
Yeah.
But it's just like tiny, big. Nothing helps me. Like the
Is that
guitar's
the one
bigger
you've
than
got with
me.
you today?
No, that's my acoustic.
Ah.
It's slightly bigger. I can still play it though.
That still look normal size.
Well, I look like a giant acoustic on a small guy just trying to play it, but it works.
I've got mine in the car, but it's easier.
Well, it works for me.
That's all I had on mine.
Oh, was that all you had?
That's all I had in part one. You
Oh,
get
nice.
a lot of questions this week. You're really letting the side down, guys. Interact a bit more. Come on. We've got Instagram. We've got Facebook. Email. We've never had an email yet, no.
We're having
We get a lot of Instagram messages.
to be fair, I don't know why anyone would want to like
That's a good
email
point.
when you're asking on Instagram. You say, oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Rather than answer the Instagram, I'm gonna go on my Gmail. I'm gonna
Yes, do that.
Questions.
It makes us look more professional.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I should
Part
call,
one.
Should I call that a part one?
let's give it a go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
See you on the other side.
we
Yeah,
shall be
dude.
back for a part two. Thanks so far.
My drink.
If you missed that, James was beatboxing in the break. It was great.
That wasn't me, by the way. It's just, anyway, welcome back to part two.
Don't be ashamed. I reckon you can beatbox.
I can probably beat.
Go on the mic.
Yeah. Like that. There we go.
Great. That was very
I'm
good.
gonna clap myself there.
That's good, that boy. Very well done. Very well done. So welcome back to part two. We were just saying at the break, we didn't get through all the Would You Rathers last week. And sadly, nobody sent any through this week. So we're going to do last week's that we didn't do this week.
Oh, very good.
We got a nice one straightforward is, would you rather be itchy forever or sticky forever?
Oh my god, that's such a tough question.
That is tough. That like sticky forever or itchy forever.
I
I don't know.
I think I'd go sticky, you know.
think I would probably go
Yeah, it'd
sticky.
be irritating, and I know it Yeah, it would be very frustrating. But
see, I'm thinking if you sticky fur, that means you're gonna get everything stuck on you. Like if you got a cat, you're gonna have fur stuck on you. You're gonna have a cat stuck on your arm maybe.
Yeah.
If you got a dog, you're gonna get cut in fur. If you're gonna go out in the garden, you're gonna get stuck on grass and everything.
Yeah.
It'd be like Velcro. Basically, you're just wanting Velcro.
yes,
Stuck
you
on
would.
people.
But itchy. There's nothing more irritating when it's a nice hot day and you're just chilling out and you just got fucking itching now. And
And
it's
sticky, you'd fit right at home at one of like a club or something like that. Independent.
Oh yeah, the sticky floors.
Aye.
Yeah.
I've never been independent yet.
Never been. It's alright to be fair.
I feel like I think I'm sure me but Passion nightclub.
Passion. That was the
that
one I
was-
was thinking of.
yeah.
That was the sticky where you were like you had to physically put your.
You had to just pull your boots. I used to wear Nubuck boots, and I used to like just pull them up, and
Yeah.
heavy boots, and you had to drag your feet across the floor. It was awful. Like,
I know. If you came in with white trainers, they weren't white after you left.
No.
They were awful. Like
It was just like you could smell the beer on the carpet. It was
Yeah.
just like If
we've got one at Whitley Bay called Havana. It just closed down the other week.
Oh, I think I know it as well.
Bless it. But that's the time you'd walk in with white shoes and come out with no shoes and no socks. Half your foot's ripped off at the bottom.
oh god.
I think if you
What's
fell on the
that?
floor, you would just be stuck to the floor the rest of your
Yeah.
life. That was it.
So if you walked in there sticky, you're not coming out. So there's James, part of the woodwork. How's it right, guys?
I think that's still because I don't know how you feel whenever you have like an itchy arse or something like that. It's the worst fucking thing in the world.
It's great when it's in public and you try and disguise it and you start
Try
like,
just like
Yeah.
you try and
Just
fart
trying to
out.
sit
You
around.
try and fart out the
Yes.
itch and hope it's like a whittly fart. It's like,
yes.
There's a technique in that as well.
Yeah.
You just die because you just like I wouldn't. Nah.
Like guys have that technique when your bollocks are stuck to the side of the leg and you just start seeing them make that extra lunge
step.
out and you just
Yeah,
like step
that
go
is-
side by side to over there to side by side.
Yeah.
The struggles. I think
Women don't know how good they've got it, do they?
They don't. They don't. Absolutely don't.
Oh, if you listen to Ashley, no more complaints. Please.
I think I would go for sticky forever. I think
That'd be sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Itchy would be a bit.
because I was thinking
Get a rash at the end of it.
you would you peel off your skin off as well. So I was thinking you just pick up anything. You could walk down and just like stick your arm on, get some cans.
Yeah.
So
Well,
You
walk
probably
off
still
that.
have to pay for it.
At the pub.
They don't just go, oh, you can't pay for that because you're sticky.
Yeah.
At the pub, you could grab like 6 pints
Yeah.
or something. And,
Yeah.
no, it's got a disadvantage, obviously, but advantages.
Is there any
I can't even
advantages
say
to being
advantages.
itchy all the time?
No, I don't think there's any advantages to being
You get
itchy.
to sit on the train or the bus on the 2 seats by yourself. Nobody wants to sit next to the person that's just constantly.
Yeah.
For me, it would be like
No.
bollocks.
It could be everywhere. I mean, your little toe, you know.
I'm actually feeling itchy right now.
I'm sorry,
It's
talking
starting-
about it.
In the back
Yeah.
of my,
Oh.
I've had this really bad itch in the back of my head just there.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
it's not going away
It's
anymore.
been days getting itchy
Should we
all the
change
time.
the would you rather?
Like,
Now this is it's really annoying us now. So definitely
No
sticky.
one here's sticky
That's
that I know of.
I'm definitely not. Well, I don't know actually.
Should we change the would you rathers? Now this one, I was on the phone to Ashley on the way here, and I was like, I need some would you rathers. She gave us one, and when she asked the first question, I immediately went, nah, whatever option B is, regardless.
Yeah.
So, would you rather put a toothpick in your toenail and kick the wall as hard as you can?
No. The other one.
Yeah, right. Instant reaction. You
Yeah.
don't even know what part B is. Or take an hour-long bath in lemon juice covered in paper cuts.
I pick the paper cuts, obviously,
I would
because
take paper cuts.
I think eventually it would be quite because you'd get the initial burn, but I think eventually
I
it would
don't
just
think
eventually
that would
go
happen eventually. I think you'd just be burning for an hour.
well.
You're thinking of water. I'm talking lemon juice.
Just falling.
Acidics going in all the skin cracks and crescents. But I would take that any day over kicking a toothpick
Yeah.
in my toe.
I have kind of done that for toenail before.
On purpose.
No, try to fix.
These
my-
would you rathers are just like hypothetical, you know?
I did- yeah, but it's fun. I actually have done it one time. It was a long time ago. I knocked my foot at work, and I kind of got an ingrown toenail, and it was killing us that bad. So me being me, I kind of just drank a load of Jack Daniels and tried to fix it with a toothpick and try and wedge it out, and dealt with the pain. And the toothpick actually kind of snapped and was
And it got
stuck under my
stuck
toenail.
in.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it kind of worked. Like it took
Already
the
making
pain
my
off.
toes cool. I like wood. Yep. Oof.
I mean, I did it. It's painful. It's not. I wouldn't recommend doing it yourself. You see a doctor. That's one thing. But I wouldn't want to doing it. So I'm gonna go for lemon juice in the bath.
Yeah, it's one of my like kind of things. Is it's like I don't mind feet. You know, people are like, oh my god, I don't like feet. Feet don't bother us.
No, I
but you know
don't.
when you're watching films or something and someone's got like a really stretched out palm of the foot and then the Quiet Place just stands on the nail. Like, oh,
Yeah, no.
that's like one of my worst.
Ouch.
the kicking I can stand on Lego. I mean, it'll hurt. That doesn't bother me near as much as kicking a toothpick up your toe.
No, I wouldn't like that at all. That's a torture device. That's what the torture people do.
I'd probably rather do
fingernails,
that with my fingernails than my toenails.
Toenails.
Yeah.
Would you rather put a toothpick in your thumb or your big toe?
Big talks, why you doing it?
You know how it feels.
And kick it against the wall.
No, I didn't. I just like kind of snapped underneath to get rid of some pain. But yeah, I know it's like. I mean, I would just rather sit in the lemon bath and just deal with the pain now.
Yeah.
And if you get hand sanitizer and accidentally cut yourself, that stings like hell. So I'm thinking lemon juice will be less painful than hand sanitizer on a cut.
See, I think it would be less painful the longer you're in, because if you put alcohol gel in your
used to
feet,
it,
and you feel it, because you feel the pain initially, but the alcohol doesn't rub away.
Yeah.
The pain goes away slowly.
That's what I'm
I say
thinking.
we do a bonus episode, right? We'll get you a little paper cut, you put your hand in lemon juice for an hour and see how long it takes for the pain to go away.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah.
In my head, it's a really good idea. Just
Not on the day it isn't. No, do I have to do this?
Just as a thought experiment.
So yeah, lemon juice. I would do it for lemon juice.
You have
Just
lemon
sit in the
juice.
bath. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
day lemon juice.
So that's
Just never got through the final of that, and I just went, I'm going option B. Whatever option B is,
Yeah.
I'm having option B.
If it was like get a pin shoved up your Japsai.
Yeah.
You'd even do that.
Yeah. Hurts.
Here's a place for
You
you
know what,
now.
that was the one she gave us. She was like, would you rather
Tattoo on
have... it was something like, would you rather have a massive paper cut, big paper cut over your eyelid, or... It was something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Over the centre of your eye.
Didn't Jack have someone do something like that with paper cuts? No, it was between the toes. It was like in between. They did paper cuts in one of the episodes. On one of the shows, yeah. That was just like, I couldn't watch that bit.
I saw
Yeah.
a paper cut like in between your eyes, so you've got your eyelids like drawn back, and then it's like through the centre, like paper cut.
Nah.
Or kick your toe. I'd rather kick the toe from that. I think
Yeah.
actually. Now that I think about it, I'm thinking of the worst pain. Or
Yeah. Like that's a 9.9 and that's a 10. Like that's how close that is.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, but I mean, that wasn't the question, though, was it? So,
Just now.
so
What would you rather do in the comments?
yeah.
Have you
paper
ever
cut-
kicked your toe with a toothpick in it? And Yeah.
Oh, I'm just feeling like painful now, like. Oh.
I'm just like, I don't know what.
Yeah. So I think we don't like getting our toes kicked.
yes,
Yeah, pretty much. So. Yeah. That's the
successful part two. That
Well,
that was literally all I had. Unless there's anything I've missed.
I tell you what,
Previous
I'm
episodes.
sure I had some reserved questions, right, that I've been wanting to ask for ages, but you always get the questions up.
Sorry, James.
So hang on a minute, just
Shag marry avoid.
oh right, okay, no, here's
Oh,
one.
boy, here we
I've
go.
got one. So we're leaving the ISIS pub, for example,
Right.
tonight, and then all of a sudden, like, all hell breaks loose. It's a zombie apocalypse,
All right.
right?
What do you do first?
What do we do? What's our plan of action? What's your weapon of choice, and what would you do? What's your plan for a zombie apocalypse?
Alright. So if it's right now, weapon of choice is obviously a mic stand because it's the only thing we clearly have.
Yeah,
It's accessible. It's grabbable. We're going out
Yeah.
with a mic stand. Actual choice is finding a base. I kind of worked this once where my brother was working at Sainsbury's and he was going to hijack a Sainsbury's van. I was going to try and like get a bunch of work to take over B&Q or something because he got all the hardware stuff and he
Yeah.
was going to have that van to deliver the foods across. And then we were going to use the equipment from B&Q to make kind of like a battering ram van. So when you need to go back and forth, you had spikes, you had the whole Shazam kind of thing.
That's really good because there's a big B&Q just up the road.
We saw it.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's my option. We got a B&Q, we get the equipment. We get out of here with the mic stands. There's 1, 2, 3 mic stands. We got mic stand each.
Yeah.
We're bashing zombies with mic stands.
Right.
Um,
what would your plan be?
Sorry, I clearly thought about this before.
Yeah, well, so have I. That's why I asked the question.
This is a very deep thought. I think we've planned this for years.
That's the beginning plan. Year 10 comes in and we're...
God, I don't know, because mine would just be like find the nearest vehicle and just drive out of the country and just drive as far as we ever could.
Or zombie apocalypse affects
Yeah.
globally.
All right.
Out of the countries. And Scotland aren't safe from zombies.
I would just go back to the ISIS and just wait for the whole thing to blow over.
That's my question. Damn it! I was waiting for that. I was gonna yes. We're gonna kill Phil. We're gonna stay here and we're gonna wait for this all to blow over.
It's better. We should have done this during lockdown.
Alright, so that's me and you. Like, you can take your mic stand and do the.
I'll fight the zombies and you guys are just chilling.
We've got plenty of beers.
Yeah,
You know.
We'll be safe here.
We've got that door. I mean, we can use another mic stand. There's plenty of mic stands. You can take one, but we'll just barge that door.
That's all. I'll jump out the window first and we'll.
I mean, I don't know what we'll do for food, but we're kind of hoping it'll be over, within a few days.
There's nibbles downstairs. I'm sure there's pork scratchings, maybe.
Peanuts for like one
Stout.
peanut a day or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, peanuts with alcohol each day. We'll survive on that.
Find a zombie.
Yeah.
Start learning how to cook zombies.
Yeah, because I mean, if you cook a zombie, like you're not going to turn into the zombie because you're destroying all the
Bad bacteria.
the bad bacteria.
It would be like rotten fresh. So it's like rotted pork, and then you're still gonna cook it and eat it. You wouldn't be like.
You'd be human as well, wouldn't it? Really.
What if it's a vegetarian in the pub?
Right, would you rather break your veganism or die in a zombie apocalypse? I think in a fight of the survival, you've just got to.
Yeah, you've got to.
Yes.
You have to.
Fight survival fits, or you just give up.
Just got to eat some motherfucking zombies. Show them how it's done.
Yes. That's not how you eat a person. I'm just imagining a vegan going, no, you can't do that. We've all got human rights.
Zombie
I
rights.
don't think the zombies care.
I mean, to be fair, I did have a plan ages ago because I used to live next to it. I kind of still do actually, like a TA centre, and there was always a rumour there was like guns in the TA centre, and it's really nicely fortified. Mm-hmm. And there's a Morrison's just over the corner, so I'll be like, my idea was to get some sort of bat and like take the lid off my wheelie bin. So I've got a shield.
Yes.
I've got a bat, so I can like fight my way to the TA centre. Once I'm there, then I can find the guns.
If it's there. It's like a game, innit? Allegedly, there's a pistol in you. All right, I'm on it.
Yeah, that's it. It's just like, that's all you go for, because there's no news sources or
You
anything
play
like
too
that.
much Resident Evil.
Yeah, I know. There's no Facebook because all communications are down. So you've just, all you take is like rumour, which is just in my head that I've imagined. I've heard that you make it a mission, it's like.
The thing, would Facebook be down? Because it all comes from satellites.
That's
Zombies
a good
aren't
point.
quite affecting the Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But it depends whether
Your
the
Wi-Fi
zombies.
might be up, but your 4G or 5G or 3G will still be on.
But when you lose power, because everything's connected by electricity, and if the power stations go down, you lose power. So then you'll be relying on word of mouth.
Phones.
In this world,
Phones.
Facebook was ground zero.
Yeah.
The Facebook HQ. So Facebook's down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Instagram.
what I've said. Meta.
Didn't Facebook go down for like one day and everybody just panicked and had like a massive panic?
There was like, I mean, God, how did we survive before Facebook?
I had no idea when
Yeah.
off. I heard a bit of news about it and thought, oh, Facebook's down. Okay, I'll just get on Twitter and that's it.
I was honestly, it took me a while
What
to
if Twitter
realise
was
because
Oh, God.
I literally, honestly, like you talk about zombies, I scroll down Facebook like I'm a zombie. I didn't even wait because because it's Facebook. It's not like we cannot connect. It just doesn't update anything. So I'm just scrolling, just the same. It's like
feed.
Truman Show style,
I
kind of
might
like the
down
same
TikTok in a
post non-stop. Try to refresh. It's the same post, but this is like the most recent post is like 11 hours ago, and I'm still like, oh yeah. then I go on Twitter and it's like Facebook down. I'm like, that makes
explains it
sense
all.
now, aye.
Well, go back to MySpace and just log back into accounts.
Aye.
Bebo. I never had MySpace. I was too young for MySpace, I think.
Oh, I used to love MySpace. MySpace was the best.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
well,
28 now, but back when MySpace was a thing. I got into it when Bebo was becoming a thing.
I know when Bebo was a thing, 'cause I got MySpace in college in 2007. I had like a full my account with my profile with the music and everything.
Yeah.
It took me ages to do it. And then Facebook came on, I thought, I'll move to Facebook. I still had the MySpace profile till about 2012, and I'd like shut the entire thing down.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to get back on it. Apparently they just deleted everything.
Yeah.
I think Rupert Murdoch took over, bought MySpace out, and
Really?
it just went down. It just went downhill because he obviously thought, well, it's a social media, it must be a big thing, which it was at the time. But I just that was just when Facebook was coming out. But Facebook, when that first came out, was only available if you were in uni, and I had a Facebook account. But you could only access Facebook using a university email address.
Oh, right.
It's dead weird.
Yeah.
And when I first joined, because the purpose of it was you rated girls 1 out of 10.
That's like Tinder, isn't it?
It's like you didn't date them. You just kind of like you just rated them. People, girls, uni girls took photos of themselves, and you went, okay, she's a 7. And that's all it was.
Isn't that Instagram now?
That's pretty much Instagram now, yeah. Which ironically, Facebook's like they went full circle, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Facebook used to started off as. It was called the Facebook.
The Facebook.
The Facebook.
So what year would that have been like? 'Cause I know I got Facebook in 2009, I think.
I got in 2008.
Yeah.
God. Well, it would have been like before that.
Clearly.
Maybe
I can't remember.
We didn't get in 2008 and it started in 2012.
I can't remember. But remember when the comments was like, so we like James is. Every comment started like something. You couldn't actually change the comment James is because it was like
that was the status.
doing
wasn't
this.
it?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
status.
you couldn't
You could chuck sheep at people and poke them.
Oh, poke! I remember the poke.
I know poke.
Then super poke.
Super Pork.
You've been super poked.
Yeah.
And then with that, and then with and the Farmville games you could get on it.
I loved Farmville.
Farmville.
I never played Farmville.
Oh, it was great.
No,
You
I
missed
didn't.
out. Now you can just like buy an Xbox and get like Tractor Simulator 17 or something.
Lawnmower Simulator.
Yeah.
You can get Goat Simulator as well.
Goat Simulator,
That's
that's
the
a good
yeah.
one. That
I had Goat
That's a good one,
Simulator. Goat Simulator was fun. You missed out on MySpace because you could personalise your own profile and everything. You could have your own theme tune music when people came on.
Yeah. You had to have like your top 5 friends as well. So you had
similar
like
people,
those,
that, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
top
kinda-
5. I know that is.
yeah.
It was quite. Yeah, it was. I don't think I ever made anyone's top 5 actually.
I made like a handful of friends. That's top 5 just kept
I know.
like that. And that was it.
Last week we made a thing about you should have put like a sad violin sound on your soundboard. You need to do that because that's 2 weeks in a row we could have went.
The world's smallest violin playing. You weren't on this anyone's MySpace top 5.
I never made anyone's top 5. Oh, James. Can't put the clap, can I?
Oh no, you can't.
Hey. He's
No,
a
I-
6th place kind of guy.
I saw it was one of our first ever gigs that we did, and I saw one of our posters, and the poster advertised myspace.com/.
Yeah.
I was like, that brings back memories.
That's how you know you've been doing it for a long time.
I know
See
that.
MySpace, yeah.
That's another thing that makes us feel old. It's like the MySpace thing.
I've been doing music as long as TikTok's been around, I think.
God.
That used to be Musically or something, wasn't it?
Something like that.
It was.
I'm
Vine was
I'm
the
behind.
OG.
I remember when it was Vine, when it was like TikTok.
Vine was
I'm
good.
just,
Vine was much better than TikTok.
Because I just knew
think.
MySpace and Twitter and like
thing, innit?
Instagram, and I just like
Same.
I got kind of stuck. I didn't know about Vine. I was like, "What's Vine?" So the same as Facebook, I think it was. I was just like,
YouTube
Okay.
used to be similar to that as well.
"Yeah, it was."
It was because it was all like most YouTube was only like 30-second videos and stuff.
Yeah, it was.
And now they're like, well, like off the stage
like this
podcast.
now. Yeah.
Off
I
the
remember,
stage UK on TikTok. And
I remember YouTube when it was like YouTube back in 2007 when you had just like meme videos.
Yeah, that's it.
That was
I used
it.
to love just like, well, that's all TikTok is now.
Yeah.
But it's just you get a few more annoying people.
You do.
But apart from that, it's
I
like
mean, I remember like 2012 was like the top of YouTube, and just had like people like doing like these old shows, like maybe your podcasts and like just stupid shows. Of what was the one guy called? Maybe Bad 35s. He made like stupid videos on YouTube.
yeah,
And now everything's just like became this like mainstream sort of like gaming, streaming all the time. And it's just
yeah,
like,
it's all money now, though, isn't it?
yeah, it is. There's a fly there.
people on the audio go, what the hell's Conor doing? It's a fly.
That's because the windows are open as
Yeah.
well, and it's
Yes.
like they're all curious as to what we're doing.
I hear flies anyway.
Well, that was
Part 2. Zombie Apocalypse and Facebook. That's what this podcast is going to be called, yeah?
Yes,
Zombie Apocalypse and Facebook.
that's pretty cool. Right, yeah, we'll be back for part 3. Thanks
Hey.
for listening so far.
Cheers.
We'll see you
Ta-da.
soon.
Dava.
I'll remix that into the thing like the next one. Right, welcome back to part 3, where we ask Robert a bunch of questions about his music and whatever's
And
coming up.
questions
And
that aren't about his music. For example,
Oh.
Ian Murray asks, on a scale of 1, how much do you like sheep?
It's because of my job, isn't it?
I don't know, it's just what he asked. Thought you were part Welsh, to be honest.
Actually, I'm part Scottish, but that's
Oh, well.
different. Yeah. I kind of stand sheep. Yeah. They are cute. They are fluffy. You can make them at jumpers, and I actually can't stand them.
I love a good lamb chop.
yeah, I like good lamb.
Yeah, I just see them every day alive, wondering about them. Just think, I really hate it now.
Because you just like deliver for a living, don't you? So like
it was kind of like this was a Christmas job I started in 2017, and I was going to expect to just like be temporary, but I'm like still there 5 years on, so
it's still temporary. It's just like temporary.
temporary, like, but that's all right job, you know. I make money and it keeps us going music wise, you know.
Yes.
And then I just like scream at sheep in the middle of the mirrors.
So like 4 out of 10 then.
I'll say a 5 out of 10.
Ooh,
Yeah,
5.
they are adorable, like, you know. Not
And,
weird, not a Welsh real.
Well, final question we got was from John Hughes. He asked, what kind of stick is your favourite stick?
I hate this lot.
That's the last question, don't worry.
That's the post. There's a post I shared ages ago on Facebook. It was called "Let's Start."
It's still going,
like
innit? It's still
going
going, yeah.
about 5-6 years. It was me, Trevor Brown, Paul Garbutt, I think it was, and John Hughes. It basically was this post was "Let's start game argument. This is a twig." I put it's a stick, and it was like stick, twig, and we've been doing it for like I don't know 6 years, 20 years now. It feels like it.
What defines a stick?
I have no idea. Just that's a stick.
But what makes that different to a branch?
The branch out. I know.
It's like, it's
well,
just
you got
like
a
a
you
lot
got
of
a branch.
stick, innit?
You got a branch which is a lot of sticks, and then you got twigs which are little bits of stick.
yeah, that's it.
So would you say?
That's it. That's the definition.
I feel like I'm about to recite the Rattling Bog, but would you say that on the tree there's a branch, and on the
Yes.
branch there's a stick, and on the
Yes.
stick there's a twig?
Yes.
And on the twig there was a nest, and in the nest there was an egg, and in that egg there was a yolk, and in the yolk there was a... Oh,
Yeah.
love that Irish tune. I'll make all the verses up on that one.
The only thing I can say about this is the last concert I went. It was with friends from California called Badass, and on support was a band called Denial, and the guitarist, no, the drummer, sorry, called Trevor Brown. He was in the crowd, and during one of the bands I was watching the underclass, and he came up backwards, just tapped on the shoulder, "This is a stick," and just gave me a stick in the middle of the crowd. It's like, shit. It's the second time he's done this as well. He did it at the last gig. It's like, "There's a stick for you," and like gives a stick all the way through the set. So I had like just handed sticks most of the time.
Yeah.
The never-ending meme.
It's never ending.
Yeah.
No, it's never gonna end.
It's even like bled its way onto a podcast,
It has.
on YouTube podcast.
The argument has ended. Please stop giving me sticks.
No, it's not. Everybody comment your favourite sticks. That was the questions I had.
Well, the first stick I've got is it's a pine stick, actually, from a pine tree. That's my favourite stick.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I still don't know what would define a stick.
Well, it's
Like, would a log just be a really thick stick?
That's a big stick.
a log?
I
is
like a
big
good log.
stick.
Yeah.
Timber pine.
The end of the never ended debate of sticks. That's it. Yeah.
Because a stick has to be part of a tree, though, doesn't it? You can't. Yeah.
You got to snap it off the tree to make the stick.
Yeah, that's it. So it's no longer a tree; it's a stick. But then the twig is
The small end of the
the
stick,
small end of the stick.
which is also a small stick.
Well, that's
If it begins
that's
the argument
decisive.
again.
That's decisive for me. That's, to be fair. Like so.
Episode 12, Zombies, Facebook and Sticks.
Somebody's Facebook and sticks. That's
Who
the
does
one.
not want to listen to this?
Were you talking off
Off camera.
off camera
Yeah.
about like your new, like some recordings that you did in like 2019? That was some weird guy ate a bat in China that made everything just like go to shit.
If you watch South Park, is it Pendulum?
Pandemic episode special. I've never seen it yet.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
I haven't seen
weird
that yet. It's on
armadillo shaped
Paramount?
kind of animal?
it is.
What's it called?
Oh.
Armadillo,
Begins with a P.
panda.
No, it looks like
Porcupine.
no, like a pendulum or something. I can't
Um,
remember what it's called.
I don't know.
No.
I'm gonna Google it. You guys do your conversations.
I know the episode. I've seen it.
What's it called?
I don't know. I don't
I know
know.
it's a pandemic special because I know
Yeah.
because they're older, aren't they? And the pandemic's still going on. And
Yeah.
Cartman's.
Oh, I haven't seen
Cartman.
that one.
Oh, you're not
I've
seeing
just
that
seen
one?
the one where there's the pandemic kicking in. Like they're in.
Oh, right.
They were in China with Mickey Mouse. I remember the episode. Oh, that's what was another
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
That was
Yeah, I
it. I'm
remember that.
sure that
That's
was a
what I'm on
different
about.
one. That was
That's when Stan goes to China or something to sell weed to the Chinese, and Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse is there. No, where Winnie Pooh's there, and everything, and all like, I don't know, killing each other or something, or killing something.
Randy Marsh goes.
That's
to,
it, Randy. Yeah.
But because he ends up killing Winnie the Pooh, and
Yes.
because it's that one's about like China buying all like the rights to Disney
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
the
like
one,
that.
yeah.
But it's
That was a weird episode.
yeah, I know. But it's because obviously there's money there, so he decides, oh, there's money to be made.
Yeah.
But he ends up getting like arrested and stuff because he's trying to sell
his
weed. Yeah,
Integrity weed.
yeah. It got integrity.
You got integrity. That honestly, that farm, I was just like kept on seeing it every time. I'd be about got integrity weed. Integrity.
I got integrity.
It ain't got integrity. It ain't got weed.
I'm gonna see the Book of Mormon.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
Seen that?
coming. It's coming to the.
You seen it before?
I've never seen it before.
Have you seen the South Park episode about Mormons?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was classic.
Dum dum dum
Dum
dum.
dum.
Oh, I love South Park. Honestly,
it's good.
the thing is, they get things spot on all
They
the
do.
time. They just know, because the reason
Pangolin.
is Pangolin,
Pangolin.
Pangolin,
Pangolin.
Pangolin.
One of them things.
Oh yeah, so like an armadillo.
That's what I said.
That is an armadillo.
It's called a pangolin.
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 It's an armadillo.
Yes, but it's a pangolin.
All right, it's a pangolin armadillo.
Pangolin.
It's a parmadillo. I don't know.
Pangadilla.
It's an animal tank. It looks like a tank with legs.
It's a pandemic starter.
Anyway, talking about your album.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
music.
Your
What
music
we got?
coming out.
The never-ending album. Basically, we started recording in 2020 after we did a house gig with the Ramonas in Newcastle. That's when the first case of the coronavirus was actually announced in Newcastle. Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah, it was like that during that week, and we were just joking about it, saying it's not going to hit us. It's not going to hit us. Like we did the gig, we joked about it, and we started recording. I still remember the day it happened. We were watching on Facebook, all these people like queuing outside of Sainsbury's for like bread and all sorts and food, and like stuck on the toilet wall.
Toilet roll.
And we were just laughing about it, and we were in the studio recording, and then I think it was the Sunday night, Boris Johnson announced, or Monday night, Boris Johnson announced a lockdown. So it's just like, we can't record. But we carried on recording.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you know, like you
it
do.
was just like, well, we just say, well, we'll just social distance, I'm in the booth, he's in your cell, just record
Yeah.
now and then, you know, and we kept it going. During the time I was working non-stop, during lockdown, because working families and kind of just driving on the road, we didn't have many drivers, so it's just like on the road every day. So I was like
Yes.
coming in the odd Saturday for it.
Because I was gonna say, like, because I know I helped my brother pack online on like eBay and stuff like
Oh,
that, and like I went from packing like 80 items a day to like 250, like almost immediately.
Yeah,
So I mean that was me. I don't know how like what it was like for like delivery drivers, but that
Busy.
must have been like
it was like Christmas, basically.
yeah, non-stop nightmare of Christmas.
Like when the lockdown announced, it was just normal days. Like we were just
Oh.
was not doing much. And then as the pandemic got on, stuff was coming in. It was getting more and more, and it was like this is like Christmas every day. Because when it's Christmas, we know it's like a lot.
Yeah.
But it was just like every day was like Christmas, so we were just non-stop all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, wow, this is bad.
the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
the money's good, but
We got a bit
Yeah.
extra, like danger pay, basically. You know,
Yeah.
it kept us going, and like
that's the thing. You just don't. Most musicians had like absolutely nothing to do with a pandemic.
Yeah.
But like you had the opposite. So like
I was just kind of like lucky, I guess, in that
Yeah.
in that position. We did have a few people who were playing in bands come to work. Because I met one guy. It was called Sean Evans, and he was like he plays guitar and all that in a band, which I've forgotten his name, but he was a learner driver as well. So he kind of like
nice.
joined us, and we got talking as well. Because I realised he's a musician I play, and we just got talking along about it.
no,
So he was working along with us, and we just never stopped basically up till the end, I think.
no.
Yeah,
But,
but out of that I bought a JCM 800. So
no.
yeah.
That's
That was it.
You kind of go on with that.
Yeah, so I had a bit of money saved up, and a friend of mine from Zero Tolerance, Guy Clark, he dropped me messages, do you fancy buying a JCM 800? It's like, I don't think about it, and he chose to come out and check it out. I thought, this is loud. So
Yeah, they are.
that was it. It was a Valve amp. I thought,
It's-
this is my dream amp.
You get 2 volumes. You get off and loud in those.
that was it, you know. It was just like, he's like, I'll put it on one for you. I was like, oh, that's it. I'll put it on 2. That is fucking
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
So I bought it, used it to record the album, like do bits of the album on it,
Alright.
and it's been in studio ever since.
Oh,
so
cool.
Is the album finished now?
It's getting mixed now. It's like I'm just coming down the weekends,
Yeah.
like trying to finish.
You've
it off,
done the
basically.
recordings kind of
We
thing.
did all the recordings during 2020,
Yeah.
and just try to finish bits off during that time when it was just like mixing it basically, and just trying to get your deal from work to get in the studio, finish stuff, and it's just.
Do you have a
basically
rough idea
doing
when it's coming out?
it. Well, if the pandemic didn't happen, it would have been out now.
Yes.
So I'm just playing it via ear, so I'm hoping maybe
It's not something to rush if you've not announced
No,
like a
not
time.
at
all.
Just make sure you get it right.
I'm
you know.
trying to aim
like-
for like maybe next year, maybe you
Yeah.
know, just like
Good
get
spring
mixed
album.
and just like concentrate on it, you know, and just get it
Brilliant.
going again.
Where did you get it recorded?
It's the Miners Hall in Silksworth.
Oh.
So it's you can't miss it. You just drive down the main street, and there's a big old hall that says Miners Hall, and that was the original Miners Hall for the miners.
Yeah.
So Silksworth Colliery, all the local colliery miners used to go in there, and it's just like a social club basically.
Aye.
And it's been converted to be a studio. It's a fantastic studio, like.
Yeah.
So I think there's a band, Fire Lady Look. You should know who they are.
I don't know if I do actually. What they called?
Fire Lady Look.
Fire Lady Look.
Yeah.
I know them. Aye.
Yeah.
They added us not today actually. They followed us on. We'll have to get them in.
You have to.
Thanks, guys.
They're good.
Yeah,
guys.
I know. I forget his name. I know them because
He's called Lewis.
Lewis, that's it. They used to play at the Smugglers all the time.
Yeah,
like,
they did,
as a wee young'un.
He's never stopped playing with, like, you know.
Yeah.
He started in a band called, I think it was called The Blitz, I think it was.
The Blitz,
Yeah.
that's the one. Because he's pretty much like the huge like Green Day influence, and he's basically just.
Do you think he's in the Green Day or?
He's definitely in the Green Day.
He's gonna kill me for this, right? Because I take the piss out sometimes, you know. Because like, oh hi Billy Joe, it's like, oh no, you're Lewis. No, he's a cool kid, like, you know. He's just like his music's great actually. I've listened to some of his stuff, you know. He's really talented. Like even his brother, Alex, is really good on the drums. Yeah. You know, so it's just him on guitar, his brother on the drums, and a musician and 2 lads. And I forgot the names as well because I was always taught them at a guitar show this year. I can't remember the names actually, but I know one bought an SG, so we got taught about SGs.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're really cool guys. Like if you get to see them live, it's really worth it.
I've seen them a few times. They're good, talented lads. He's a good musician. I'm like, we'll have to get them on the show.
Well worth it. I mean, hopefully they might be the biggest band out in the North East at some point, maybe, or next.
Possibly. I mean,
we're getting there. Like there's a police car comes to me.
There you go. Every week,
there we go.
every week there's a siren.
That took a while. That though. It's usually get at least 4 or 5.
It is. You know the worst thing about them staying in sirens? If I'm driving down the road, I hear the siren, I start panicking because I'm looking in the mirrors to see if there's actually a police car or ambulance behind us.
Oh
so
yeah.
It's going through the sound system and the speakers. I'm thinking, what the hell's coming behind us? Yeah. All the time, so I panic.
You're looking behind you.
Yeah.
And just
I was going automatic panic mode. I hear the siren. I'm thinking that's on the freaking podcast.
Yes.
All the time.
I do that.
Yeah.
I think I had mine. I think I was listening to the podcast and siren came when I was driving, going, oh, fuck. Trying to find the lights, and I was like, oh wait. And then you hear us go, there was a siren. Fuck me. Really close.
we should warn everyone every time. Don't worry. It's the podcast siren. It's not.
Although if you see blue lights in your rear view mirror, you should probably pull over.
Yeah. If you get a message, just see we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. What's your favourite song on the album?
Oh man.
I chuck that straight at you.
Jesus. I'm doing one song tonight which is called Leaving Here, which it's sort of my favourite song, you know. It's like our last song of the night, what we do. It's like the last song of the track, last song of the album.
Yeah.
It's sort of like our last song of the end of the gig. God. I'm trying to think. Out of all the songs I like, I wrote one called Sick of You, and it's just like so much anger in it. I like it.
Cool.
Because I just know I'm just like I can punch the guitar.
Yes.
You know,
Like
and
a song with proper
it's just
emotion
like
in it.
yeah, it's just like one of the songs I think this one can get me pissed off, and just like that's like sort of towards the time. We'll go for a set. When it comes to Sick of You, no, we'll do a song called Bored, which kind of predicted before lockdown happened, because I've mentioned lockdown in the lyrics way before lockdown happened. It's not my fault. And then we'll do.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Are we reaching ground zero here? With
not me. No, I mentioned.
Thank you.
In the lyrics, it's like I'm guessing a lockdown in the lyric, and when I was doing the recording, James says, "Why did you write that for?" Says, "I wrote it in 2019." Says, "You predicted the lockdown." I'm like, no, I didn't. Just did not do that. It was just by coincidence. But yeah, after that we did Bored, when we do Sick of You, which is like get you into the mood, and then the last song's Leaving Here, which is like all the energy from Sick of You is into Leaving Here, and then it just kicks off at the end. But Sick of You is like one of my favourite tracks, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can't think of anyone. I mean, the one of it was Spitfire, which was basically about Spitfire, because I like World War II aircraft, and I'll talk about World War II all day and all night, and
that would make sense. You are called Spitfire bullets, so that does make
that was just a name. I was trying to think of names. I thought, well, like
it's a good name actually.
I didn't think of it, you know, because there's quite a few bands called Spitfire. You've got Spitfire is a mod band. You got Hi-Fi Spitfires.
Hi-Fi Spitfires,
which is my mate Steve. It was in UK subs as well. Hi Steve.
He's watching.
Because I was
Spitfire Bullets.
In my Spitfire Bullets, yeah. Because I was like googling band names, trying to find there was a German or Canadian band called Spitfire. We had a mod band called Spitfires. I thought I'm like
no one with Spitfire bullets. I mean that's clever. Because Spitfire bullets just it adds an extra
speed.
Like I don't know, anger is the right word. Extra like. Because you can almost hear because obviously the Spitfire, it's famous because of the engine noise it makes.
Yeah.
But it just adds that extra noise, doesn't it? The Spitfire bullet. Like, yeah. No, I like it. That's.
I mean, the weirdest thing is as well. On our Facebook page, we actually got a message from a guy who sent us a message said, "Hi guys, I got some bullets from a Spitfire for sale."
Oh
so
no way.
I actually bought some. And they have actually been fired from a Spitfire. So it was like from a test site in Kent or something. So. I know there's a museum there for Spitfires, like the Battle of Britain Museum, so it's like, maybe that's where they came from, maybe that's the test site where they used them, so I actually have some bullets from a Spitfire.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Literal Spitfire bullets. You
Yes.
should have that on your album cover.
I've got a plan for the album cover, so I think it might change that, might not.
So if people were to find your band, where do they find it?
Mostly in the bar drinking.
Cool.
No, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and on Facebook.
And is that just Spitfire Bullets?
Spitfire Bullets, yeah.
Mint?
It's not like podcasts or anything, or just Spitfire Bullets. Just
See, ours is ours. We're off the stage, but we have to be off the stage UK on everything, excluding Twitter. We're off the stage too.
Which I found out as well, because I don't use Twitter much, but I came across it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be our only follower then.
I don't really use Twitter because it's just
Neither
like
do we, to be fair.
it's just like behind the times Twitter thing now. It's just like I don't know. It's just,
And we don't use Twitter, but I want to get that
I'm
official.
to use Twitter more, but it's like
Same.
So I've been posting little bits on the off the stage Twitter, and I've just been like quote tweeting on my thing. But it's a weird one, Twitter, because you've got to like, it's like follow to follow back kind of thing. You've got to have like you've got to be really kind of like shit hot at it, really.
Yeah, you have to be on Twitter like 24 hours, I think. Because I used to go on Twitter years ago and just like constantly posting stuff.
You stay trendy, don't you?
Yeah, I did meet a few friends on Twitter, and like we came to gigs, and then I realised like posting there just wasn't getting more attention. It was more like Facebook was getting more attention, so I thought I was concentrating on Facebook and get it that way, you know. Yeah. So Twitter's just like it sits there in the background. Maybe gets your post even there, or like the odd follow, but doesn't like get as much as Facebook. Yeah. Or YouTube.
I think because Twitter, you could tweet like one. You know, the one thing I hate about Twitter, and I've noticed that all musicians do this. It's like they call it like engagement posts, where it's like to put the algorithm up. They've got to ask like a question for people to comment and answer. It's like what's your favorite type of dog? So like they hope everyone like.
I do this on Instagram.
But it must work, but it just I don't know, on Twitter specifically it annoys. I think I tweeted once, what's your favourite engagement question? Nobody answered. No. Nobody ever replies to me on Twitter.
I used to get random like comments all the time, because I had one guy who was like, I think it was a rapper, like tagging my band on his posts all the time and commenting under my posts. I was thinking, why are you posting your music on my posts?
They do that a lot. I asked, I specifically, one time I asked, does anybody have any recommendations of Northeast UK musicians? And I had this rapper guy just like, listen to my track. I blocked him. I was like, you know what? That's not the question I asked.
Yeah. I think it's bots really. I think it's automatic bots that like pick up like certain keywords like music or hashtag music or something. Jump on it straight away. It's just
I love it when we get them on Instagram and it's like the bots of we put a post on Instagram and it's like, oh, DM us and we'll give you streams, and the comment will be like, who's your favourite musician? And you go, DM us and we'll give you some streams. And we're like, we've never heard of DM us, give us some streams.
I get inboxes because I keep my personal Twitter Instagram private, so I get like random like message requests, and I can see them says would you like to be a model or like advertise our clothing? I think no, I don't really want to do that.
I've had that before.
Yeah,
we get a lot because we say hashtag chat in the podcast. We get a lot of like, oh, would you like to be an ambassador for our cat clothing or something, because it's the French word for cat, and we're like, no, we're not going to advertise cat. Everybody wants to buy cat food. You can start with sponsorships off of this. Where better to go than a music podcast in a pub with no cats. But yeah, it's been cool. Thank you very much for coming down, Robert.
Yeah, it's alright.
Before we go, we might know what the results are of the home single when this episode airs. Until then, we don't. I'll find out on Friday, and hopefully it's pretty high.
That reminds us. Hang on, I'm going to find it. Hang on.
You go do you, son. And meanwhile, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, everything. We are Off the Stage UK, as we said before. James has a CD.
No, so I was going to do this thing. I should have done it last week, but I didn't get your CDs. But for every guest, you get a Conor Michael home CD single. So that is yours. I bought 10 of them.
Oh, nice.
No, you didn't. You bought one of them, and 9 of them appeared with you.
Yeah.
That's what the judge need to know.
I was going to say, do you have it on cassette tape? Because I don't have a CD player.
I don't have a CD player.
No one has a CD player.
I use a vinyl player.
Put it in the CD charts.
I don't have any CD players, so that's why I'm giving them away.
Also, as of when this is episode, which will be the 30th of August, me and James are going to start a little competition, which is who has the best Spotify playlist. In September, we're going for unsigned / local artist kind of thing. We've already set our playlist up there. It's got 14, 15 songs in. And yeah, we're going to let you guys listen to it for an entire month and then let us know who had the best playlist. I feel like we should have like some kind of reward, or we should do an ant versus deck kind of thing, and we'll tally up who's got the best playlist.
I think that'd be a good
idea.
By
the end of the year kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So yeah, let us know who had the best playlist. Let us know who was your best song, and any one of the playlists we should get in. I haven't just filled my playlist with people that we've had on the show. I've got it mixed with like people we're gonna get on the show.
Yeah, I've had it a bit mixed. I like my playlist though. I think it's strong, but I'm going to listen to them all, and then I'm going to listen to the other ones, and I'm just going to kind of like add them on there. I'm going to be really competitive about this.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, and that should be out at the same time as this podcast. So go check our. I don't know how to make the playlist go on the podcast. So check Conor Michael Spotify. James, is it going on James Berry or Tom?
Yeah.
James Berry's Spotify. We'll obviously share this on our Instagrams and stuff. And check out the playlists. They'll be publicised so you can add them to yours. And yeah, thank you very much for coming down, Robert.
It's alright, no problem.
I'm going to pack down. James is going to set you up on stage. And what song are you singing for us today?
I'm going to do the track Leaving Here, which
Leaving
is
Here.
pretty much the last song I would leave before I leave the set, basically.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Leaving Here is the
Yeah.
thing, yeah. So
It's kind of like a teenage angousy song, basically. Like when teenagers were like one away with something. It's kind of like I voted in 2016, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was just like when kids like if you want to like leave home or something, basically just like kind of like vote with friends like want to move away and stuff. So it kind of works. Like I mean, it's a nice track.
cool.
It sounds terrible, but
Now I'm looking forward to hearing it.
No, it doesn't.
it's good, I guess. You know.
Yeah, it's spot on.
It
Yeah.
is nice.
Right,
Sweet.
well, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Ta-da.
Right. See
Bye
you
now.
later.
Cheers.
Well, I can't take it anymore. Living here is such a bore. I see the same old faces, nothing ever changes. I'm smoking cigarettes, I'm living with regrets. There's nothing on the TV, it doesn't bother me. Cause I'm leaving here today, I'm gonna get away. There's nothing else to do, just sit and wait for you. Say goodbye to my friends, I didn't want to end. Looking through my photos, there's something I will know. I'm standing there at the station, looking for a new destination. I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. Cause I'm leaving here today, I'm gonna get away. There's nothing else to do, just sit and wait for you. I'm leaving here today, I'm gonna get away. There's nothing else to do, just sit and wait for you.
Ta-da! Cheers, thank you.